Amazon. I am just going to organize my camera so that you guys can see my whole outfit. I'm going to change this. I think maybe that's a little bit better. Hi, my name's Jen. I call myself the Mindful Shopper, and today what we're going to do is we're going to go over 10 pieces of clothing, and they are going to be on basics, layering for the fall, and also a little bit of loungewear and a couple items of sleepwear. So I'm pretty excited. Let's get going. All right, so I do have my phone on horizontal for this show, so you guys can send me messages, and I would love that. I also want to say thank you so much for following me. We have 350 followers, which is very cool. I only do this every so often, but I do love to do it. If you're not following me already, I would love it if you did. Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. The first thing we're going to talk about is the top that I have on. So I actually live in Toronto and the seasons are turning and I have a small home. So I don't know about you guys, but I tend to pack away the things that are out of season, and then when the weather turns, I bring them out so that I can put the warm stuff back in to save myself a little bit of space. And I love for everything in my cupboard to be fresh, ready for me to wash or ready for me to wear, so fresh from the wash, and also that they fit me. Do you ever go back into your closet with your old season stuff and there's nothing worse than putting on something you're like, oh, it doesn't fit me anymore, it doesn't look good? So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about mindful shopping, so making sure you don't spend too much money buying the items that you need. And I really love this brand. I've been working with them for a year and a half, so I have lots of experience laundering them. So I wouldn't talk about anything I don't believe in, okay? Please know that about me. So let's talk about this first one. It's a pack of 3. This comes in lots of different colors, okay? So if you're not into my color selection, that's completely fine. I'm going to talk to you about the fabric, about how to launder it, about the size that I choose, about the size of my own body and why I choose the certain sizes, and a little bit about the brand, okay? So that you know what you're getting. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching. I chose this 3-pack specifically because of this periwinkle blue. So once you kind of get to know yourself a little bit better, right? Especially when we get to be a little bit older. I'm in my mid-40s. You know the colors that work for you, and you know the body silhouettes that work for you. And so I'm a small. I'm 5'5". I weigh about 122 pounds. So typically if I was going to choose a size, I would be a small or a 4. Sometimes Ekouaer does things that are slim fit. This is an example of slim fit, okay? So there's other items too I'll show you that are more of a regular fit, but there's not a lot of give in these in terms of space between the fabric and your skin if you buy the right one. So what I love about these is they call them layering and they call them thermal. It's not a thermal material. They're very, very thin, you guys, and they are the softest like butter on your skin. And the small fits me perfectly. So what else can I tell you about this one? Sometimes I think when we think about cotton versus polyester, we kind of think, oh, polyester is not really a nice fabric. But in today's day and age, the technology of polyester is so different than it used to be. So there's a little bit of spandex and a little bit of polyester in there and here. And the reason that I like it is because they stay nice looking for a long time. They don't pill. Do you guys have t-shirts and stuff like that? Feel free to write me a message if you want to chat with me. Do you have stuff that pills, right? You just wear it a few times, you wash it, and all of a sudden it doesn't look good anymore. That doesn't happen with man-made fibers, so that's a really good thing. This is a pack of 3. And if you look at the prices on here and you think about the price divided by 3 tops, it's kind of unbelievable, isn't it? So this one is a black, a white, and the periwinkle, we'll call it. And so have a look at the shirts and see if there's a selection in there that you like in terms of color. The last thing I wanted to mention to you guys is, you don't have to feel bad wearing them for a season then throwing them out, right? Because everybody can afford these. It drives me crazy, and I'm also, just to give you guys a heads up, I did a video of each individual item I'm showing you today and put it on my storefront with more of like an outfit together to show you the styling of it. And today I'm just wearing big wide-legged comfortable black pants so that it can change quickly in between each one and not take up too much of your time. I am a fairly slim person, but I like to tuck my things into my clothing. I don't know why, I guess it's just sort of my style. But when you buy things and they're really long, and then when you tuck them in, they look all bunchy underneath your clothes, I don't like that. So I'm going to say that the way that they design these t-shirts is pretty perfect. It's the fall season, so when I'm done my video today, I'm going for a walk outside. I'm just going to wear this, but it'd be perfect to wear underneath a blazer and layering as you get into the season and a little bit colder. Tell me where you live if you guys want to leave me a note. And I'm going to move on to the next one. The only thing you're going to have to do with me here today, and I'm aiming for about a half an hour video experience with you guys today, is I do have to change, which means I'm going to go into that door there behind and I will change really quickly and then come back out and talk about the next item. And while I'm away, if you guys wanted to have a look at what I'm going to talk about, and I've always chosen the size that I'm wearing and the color that I'm wearing on this live show here. And oh, look, this next one is 50% off. That's pretty sweet. So let me go in and try on the next item and I'll be right back. I'll be as fast as I can. All right. I'm coming back. I started watching more and more lives myself. And you guys tell me if you're here for the facts or if you're here to get to know me as well. I'll give you a little bit of information. I am 46. And I used to work in fashion for about 18 years in high-end fashion as well as low-end fashion. So I know lots about clothing. I also studied fashion in school, but now I own a wellness company. So I'm really into yoga and all things wellness. So if you decide to look at my page or follow me here, you'll know you're getting a lot of everything, right? A lot of things about how to save money and wellness tips and all that stuff. So that's me as a woman. That's my vibe. I really like to be comfy, guys, and I'm really mindful with how I do spend my money, hence the name. All right, this shirt in terms of fabrication and fit is exactly the same as the other one I just talked about. So the price is amazing. Remember, you're getting 3 tops. They are so thin and skinny in terms of fabric, so they could easily be layered. I love this shirt. I like this one better than the other one I just showed you. And the reason is because I have a long neck and this is a crew neck, but look, it goes up so high and I think it's very flattering on me. It doesn't mean it has to be the type that you choose, but as we sort of age, we start to understand what it is that really works for us. I also love the chocolate. So when I go through all the other things that I chose here for this show, we're going to talk a little bit about the fall 2025 season. Everything, think nude, browns, creams, all of that kind of palette is really in right now. So if you have a lot of black and white in your closet, like all of us do, maybe to change it up and be a little fresh this year, you can add some browns and some other colors. I was thinking today, you change into the browns and you tend to invest in like black boots and a black bag. Suddenly you need to go out and maybe get a different color boot. So I think that's something I'll invest in this year and this season is to get a pair of brown boots. So this is the top, guys. I didn't mention anything to you about laundering. I have worn tons of stuff of Ekouaer for, like I said, about a year and a half. I don't put anything in the dryer. I wash everything in cold water and then I just hang it, but everything is so thin and easy to dry. It stays for so much longer. I'm telling you, if it's the only thing you take away from this video, save your clothes. And let me show you the other colors that I got with this one. So again, a black. I think a lot of those multi-packs come with the black. And the other one that I got was a cream, so not quite a white, which I also enjoy wearing. I wear a lot of white things just because of my coloring. And just to let you know, if you guys are joining now versus not seeing the first one, everything here is made out of polyester and spandex, okay? So it doesn't pill, lasts a long time. And let's move on to the next one. Send me a message. Let me know you're here. I see some eyes there. All right, talking about white tops. All right, so you guys can send me a little laughing face if you want. Are you one of those people who's like in their car drinking your favorite coffee and inevitably before you even get to work, there's like coffee on your shirt or you spilt it on your pants? It seems like the white shirt never really lasts for more than a season. So, oh, look, this is on sale too. it seems like you have to buy a new one every season anyway. So what kind of stuff do you like? This top I have on here, the first one I talked about, has no ribbing. So it's completely smooth knit top. The next one I'm going to try on for you is ribbed, and it has a really nice neckline on it. So stay with me. You guys can also let me know in the comments if you're in one of those states that has multiple seasons. All right, I'm coming back. I remember the first few shows I did like this. I was changing outfits and boots and purses and everything else, and it took such a long time. So we're just going to have to roll today with keeping it simple. We got these fun kind of wide-legged black pants on. Different brand, but it's an easy vibe, right? You can buy them from lots of different locations. In terms of the top that I have on, it is also a slim fit. So please keep your eyes open so you return less things. When you are shopping Ekouaer, look at the description. Sometimes they're fitted and sometimes they're regular fit. This is clearly a fitted top. I'm usually a 4. This one is a small, but even if you thought to yourself, well, I don't want it to fit as closely as Jenn's fits, I want to go up a size, I'm going to say this is not your top. So if you're a medium, get a medium, large, get a large. But look, if I just all of a sudden decided to get a medium, it's not going to fit me the same way, right? So you need to understand what the nature of this top is. I don't know, what would we call this one? We'd call it kind of a scoop neck, but I think it's quite modest. I have a t-shirt bra on, a nude colored padded t-shirt bra. That's why it looks like this on me. Sometimes when I'm at a business meeting, I might be thinking about modesty and like what's appropriate and what's not. For me, I feel like this shows enough of the neck that it's very attractive and flattering without going to make anybody feel uncomfortable. I am a little bit on the modest side when it comes to my work experience because I just like to. Hi, Kevin. Thanks so much for following me. Yeah, so just something to keep in mind, okay? In terms of sleeve length, it goes right down to your wrist, which is great. It also feels excellent on your skin. And if you guys wanted to see what it looks like from the back here, it goes quite high. And it's also not one of those white shirts that you can see through with your undergarments on underneath too, right? Because that can be a challenge. So I'm going to say this is a really good one. And I keep saying white, guys, but it also comes in other colors, okay? So let's keep moving. Ooh, I wasn't sure about this one at first, but now I think I've really grown to love it. And the reason was because I went through my cupboard and I put it with a whole bunch of different outfits thinking like, ooh, how would I wear this one? And I found some solutions. So again, while I'm changing, and I'll try to be fast for you, go in and have a look at some of the colors. What is it that you think you might want? I'm a huge turtleneck person. All right, I'm going to tuck this one in with you guys. All right. Okay, I want you to think about all the influencers out there in the world and all of the different like nude products, nude makeup, nude clothing. It's kind of everywhere. And I thought, oh, you know, I don't own a lot of things that are like taupe and beige. So I thought I would try something different. And it's very close to my skin color. So I wasn't sure how I felt about it. And I don't have it with me right now, but you guys can go to my storefront if you want. I did an individual video of each one of these items with a cooler outfit, right? Something that's truly styled to the item. And I was wearing a cream skirt, an off-centered skirt, which I thought looked really fun. This is what I would consider a regular fit. It's different than the last two other items that I had on, or 3 items. This is a small. You can see it is a little bit generous. So if you're going out to have your favorite meal and you don't want to suck in your belly the whole night, this is definitely a better option. I hope you're smiling on the other end there. And we also talked about that I don't love things that are really hard to tuck in if there's a lot of extra fabric. So this one is a little longer than what I would like, but it would be perfect to wear over tights, or if you're just wearing jeans and a big sweater, you can also be really cozy. I'm going to give you another fashion tip of mine, but you may not be the same vibe as me. So just keeping that in mind. When you think about a turtleneck, we have turtlenecks and we have mock necks. The mock neck's the one that goes halfway, and then the turtleneck is the one that fully folds down. I feel like when I fully fold this down, it looks very dated, right? It looks like something that's just not fashionable at all. Whereas if you wear it all the way up, and this one stays up, which is very cool, it looks so much more funky. Agreed? Okay, so that's the back, everyone. The other thing I wanted to mention to you about this one, it is a medium weight versus the other ones, even though the other ones said thermal. This is definitely a heavier item, but I love it. I'll definitely wear it. What else will I show you next? Oh, I have to change my undergarment on to show you the next one properly. Okay, I'm going to take a big breath here. I teach meditation and I teach breathing and yoga and all that stuff, tell people how to relax. So I'm pretty good at that too. Leave me a comment here if you guys want to hear more about that stuff, because I could also do an Amazon video, but plus some extra tips on how to stay chill. I have to change the bra that I have on underneath this to show you guys this item properly. You know, I chose it. I'm not a huge camisole person, but then I really wanted something that was red and feeling a little bit slinky underneath, a little bit alluring, if you will. And then I realized it's one of their best sellers. So I'm going to try it on. We'll see what you think. Have a look. I did get a small in this one as well. And it's also not slim fitting. There's a little bit of give. So if your body type's different than mine, I think we've got a little bit more flexibility here. All right, I'm coming. The more of these I do, I guess the better I get, the faster. All right, so what have we got? We've got a white one and we have a red one. You can see I haven't worn it out into the world yet because it needs a little iron. So it's not silk, okay? It's satin, which is why the price is the way that it is. But this one's on sale too, which is fabulous. And I'm going to stand back a little bit so you can have a look at me and see my skin color and what the color is. It's not quite red, is it? It's more of like a wine color, but it's lovely. Again, I'm going to say the same thing about the neck. It's showing a nice amount of chest without going too low. I'm not very busty, okay? So yours might look a little differently on you. On the back, what's important? There is, believe it or not, even for this price, adjustable straps. Something I'll say about Ekouaer, this whole show is Ekouaer, is that every time I purchase an item and it arrives at my house, I think to myself, oh my gosh, this is way better quality than what I was expecting. So just know that I've had a lot of luck, okay? I've had a lot of luck. I've told myself I wouldn't advertise anything that I didn't believe in, so hopefully you can learn to trust me in that way. This is the back, everybody. And you can see if I pull it away from my body, it's not too tight. And then if I untuck it, it covers my hips. I don't know if you guys would want to wear it out for me. I've said a million times, I'm a tucker inner. Be very careful if you decide to iron this. One of the things I do is a really good trick is to take a clean, a clean dish towel from the kitchen or even a pillowcase, and then put the pillowcase in between the iron and whatever it is that you're ironing. Just use it on, a regular heat so that you can take out the wrinkles without melting any of the fabric or ruining it in any way. All right, another hot fashion tip for the fall is it's really trendy right now to take items that are dressy, let's call this dressy, and then pair it with one thing that's casual, right? So if you have a really dressy dress on, then you can throw an oversized leather jacket on over top of it, or, something that's less formal. And in my case right now, let's say that this this blouse or this camisole is a little bit more on the dressy side, but I've got it with like comfy wide-legged pants and a pair of running shoes, which just adds a little bit of, you know, a little bit of trend, a little bit of fun. And again, I wouldn't wear this camisole just on its own. If you guys go in and you look at the item the way that the brand has advertised it on the product page, you'll see that girls are wearing it like with jeans and kind of tucked in and just hanging out in just the tank top. It's just not my style. I would definitely wear something over top of it. But this looks pretty cute, right? Okay, you guys are not chatting with me too much, but I hope that you're liking this so far. It is helpful if you leave me notes so I can do a better job every time. I'm going to show you a beach cover-up. I purchased this beach cover-up a year and a half ago in a different color, in a size up. And they've obviously kept it for all of this time, all of these seasons, because it's such a popular item, and you'll see why in a second. Again, I need to change something extra to do this properly for you guys, so be patient with me. And I'm looking at the white one, but there's so many fun colors, and this was one of their items I was having a hard time choosing which color to go with. All right, almost done. I'm coming. Okay, now I didn't put a bikini on underneath this. Believe it or not, I have bought a few bikinis off Amazon, but I'm just far too shy to do a video with the bikini on. So we're gonna do it this way. Are we good? Okay, I'm gonna step back for you. So like I mentioned, I'm a yoga instructor. You'll see me in lots of this kind of stuff. So I just have a yoga top underneath this, okay, just to demonstrate the item for you. And I think I'm gonna have to pin this microphone. All right, so look at the sleeves, so much fun, right? So you would call this a batwing sleeve. And if I come up to you guys up close and you can see how much shows underneath the arm, you can see a little bit of the sports bra and it goes down a few inches. This is a small, so this item would be perfect on absolutely any figure. It looks funky, it's trendy, it comes in so many different colors. Like I love the yellow one, I love the blue one, I got a hunter green one before. I love the red, it's so many different options, right? And what I'd like to do as well, so I told you that I live in Toronto and the weather's turning here, but I am planning to go on a beach trip soon. Not soon, that's a lie, in a couple of months, soon enough. So I'll be excited to wear that then, but I think I might just wear this with skinny pants as well, like yoga pants. I'm just gonna do it up for you so you can see what it looks like. It's incredibly, incredibly soft. I didn't iron it, came right out of the bag like this. It's got a pretty sturdy collar. Oh, it's awesome. I love it. I totally love it. And so I guess if you wanted, you could also put a belt around it and get a little bit more funky. It looks like something an artist would wear, hey? All right, I'll stop fussing about this one. I think it's very easy when you're watching my videos. You can tell which items I love the most. This is just overall a great show. I think I'm gonna show you one item I'm not so excited about, but it's one of their best sellers. So I said, it's only fair. Oh, did I not have it on the right one? Okay, so if you're with me, this is the one I was just talking about. I didn't have the right one highlighted. Okay. All right, this is another winner. You have to stick around for this one. We're gonna start moving into some loungewear. Oh, there are the pants. Yeah, we're gonna start moving into some loungewear. So if you're just joining us now and you weren't at the beginning of the show, we've done some basics, some layering pieces, things you could definitely wear on your own, but are great for putting under items as you move into colder season. One sort of going out top, this beauty. And I've got, let's see, 2 lounges and then 2 pajamas. And the last pajama is my favorite, but it's very alluring. So I'm gonna do my best to demo it for you, but we're gonna have a robe on over top because I'm a little, I don't wanna show, you know what I'm saying. Okay. And thank you for your patience. There's not really an easier way to do this. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. It's so cute. Okay. Okay. I'm going to say something that's very outside of what you would be talking about in a fashion show, just in case you guys are getting to know me. You know, I think the older we get, the more you start to learn about your wellness and your self-awareness and everything, and you realize that like nobody is just one person, right? So we have so many different personalities. Like for me, I have sort of like my quiet, cozy version. I also have my very professional, strong version. And yes, of course, I think we all have sort of like an alluring side and a modest side and all of these different things. And that comes out in our personality, right? I'm smiling right now because I'm like, wow, this is my cozy side, and I'm so comfortable in this version of me. And the jogging suit is exactly like the photograph. Have you ever bought stuff and you thought, oh, it looks so cute, and it arrives and you're like, oh no, it's not the one. It's not what I thought. So be sure this is a really good one. I purchased a small. Sometimes when I'm buying loungewear, I go up a size. You might be the same. If you didn't catch me before, I'm 5'5", I'm 122 pounds, let's say, so that would make me normally like a size 4 or a size small. Sometimes in pajamas and this type of stuff, I do go up a size. I got a small. I really wanted to see what it fit like, and it's perfect for me. I would not have gone up a size. I wouldn't have returned it, I think, if I got a bigger one, but all right. So this is it. It comes in so many colors. I was stuck between whether I get a black one or a navy blue one. And in the pictures, the girls are holding like a coffee. They're going to go out in the town in their outfit. I would not go out in the town in this, but I will sit on my front porch and have a coffee. And I will definitely just hang around at home. So let's talk about it. It's so soft. It has a elastic waist and it has a drawstring on the waist. And for something so inexpensive, I feel like they always do something extra. So this even has a little detail on the tie on the waist. And I don't know why I'm so drawn to the stripe, but for me, it's so fun. So much fun. So the slightly different fabric on the sleeves. But also, look, we have a little stripe on the bottom. And it's just really cozy. Let's look at the back. Obviously, these are jogging pants, everybody. So if you're looking at one of the pictures with the girls wearing like a really tight pair and being form-fitting on the tush, that's not the case, okay? They're just regular jogging pants. Everyday stuff. Okay. This should be pretty fast. I am going to show you a casual waffle outfit. This is also one of their best sellers, and it doesn't surprise me why. I think it is, if you're down to wear shorts, then I think this would be comfortable for lots of people. I know not everybody loves shorts. Sometimes I'm 50-50. But go in and check out all the colors. There's a lot of nice colors that are like the muted colors. You know, like a baby blue. That was going to be my other choice. All right, I'm all ready. So tell me if you're a mom, a sister, a friend, a boyfriend. Sometimes when I end up getting these things, I think to myself, I have to remember that this would be a really great gift to give someone, right? One of the great things about loungewear as gifts or pajamas as gifts is they don't have to be perfect for sizing for people, right? Because there's nothing worse than giving someone a gift and it doesn't fit them. But I feel like pajamas are such a great thing to give, or loungewear, like what I've got on right now. Let's go up close to the camera, show you guys. Waffle. It's not a thick waffle at all, okay? It's quite thin. What do you think of this color? Rose? I think it's pretty cute. There's a few other colors in there that are similar. There's like a mauve and maybe a pink, So this is an interesting color. I think it's pretty good. So let me stand back. One thing I will say, we talked about the photograph you see on the item on the page, and then when the item arrives, is it exactly what it shows? I thought the shorts were going to be shorter, and I'm happier that they're a little longer than what they were because it just feels more practical to me. The waistband goes to the waist. I did get a small, okay? It has, again, a little bit of elastic plus a drawstring, and the drawstring is made out of the same fabric as the rest of it, so it doesn't stand out. Of course, it's shorts and a long sleeve, a little bit of a boat neck. I don't mind this little bit of a bigger neck. That's it from the back. I think it looks cute, kind of tucked in on the side, just one tuck. Very cute and casual. I would wear this out to grab a coffee. So I would not just wear it necessarily around the house. Maybe a different color would make it a bit more, to go out into the world. Would make it a little bit more practical. It does have some pockets in it. And then if you think about my legs, your legs, I would say that this short in the middle falls mid-thigh. It's the same length on the inside of the short, so it's a couple of inches from the groin down, but then it has a tiny detail on the side. Can you see that it goes up just a tiny little bit to show the side of your thigh? But that's that one. Ooh, look, we have a discount on that one right now too. Lucky, lucky. Okay, I'm going to try this on. And the reason that I chose it was because it is their #1 item. But I don't like silky pajamas. But I'm going to try it on anyways because that's what these are for, right? You want to know that I'm an honest person, and you also want to know what it looks like, and you might have a totally different body than me. So let's try it. And yeah, that's it. So we've got this one and then the one alluring one. Okay. I went back and forth. I was like, do I show this? It's like just absolutely the wrong style for my body in every way. All right, I'm going to story tell a little bit again here. So if you missed the earlier part, I'm 46. I have 2 sisters and a mom, and everybody loves pajamas. There's lots of nieces in my family, and so pajamas are always just like a topic. Okay, everybody loves them, and everybody in my family loves satin and silky pajamas except for me. I'm just like a comfy t-shirt and shorts kind of a girl, which you obviously because you saw me trying that loungewear, and I'm like, oh, it's so good. And then that purple one that we just had on. So I thought to myself, if this is the #1 seller in Ekouaer, I need to try it because I love the brand, and maybe it would be nice to have something that was like a little bit dressier. It's still modest, right? But silky. And I'm going to tell you what it fits like and all of the elements about it, and then I'm going to tell you why I don't love it personally. But that doesn't mean that you won't love it, because obviously our bodies are different, and I think this has everything to do with the cut. It's satin. It's amazing price. I love the color. It also comes in tons of other colors. I liked the idea of it being short sleeve and then long pants. It's sort of that in between. And it looked really cozy in the picture. So it's not cozy. It's just I would prefer something more on the cotton side than the silky side. It has a pocket on the front. It's got some double stitching, so it's nicely made. And so I'll tell you the things that I don't love about it on my body. It does have pockets, you guys. It does have an elastic waist. It does have a drawstring made of the same fabric. So in terms of quality, it's great. You guys saw me in the other outfits. I am a fairly slim person. I'm not very busty, so I try to wear things that are a bit more flattering with me around the neck and around the back to make up for that. This is like a square. It's really a box. And sometimes that can feel very good if you just want to feel, what do I want to say, just kind of free and not have to worry about anything touching your skin. So it's obviously a bestseller for a reason. I'm not the only customer in the world and not the only body type. Now, I bought a small, and please know that the small is the right length in terms of how far they go down to the ground, and I wouldn't have gone up a size for sure. The other thing is I have a really long torso, a very long rise, and so where I think the waistband is supposed to be sitting on my waist, it's a little low. Does that ever happen to you? It's just not sitting on like exactly the right part. So in terms of style, it's just not a right Jenn style. I also think that this neckline is maybe not the most flattering. But that's it, okay? I just wanted you to understand that it's a hot item, but for my body type, I feel like I would just go with some of the other ones. Now look, I'm saying I don't love Silky, and look what I'm going to show you. She looks pretty special in that picture. I'm not going to show you that whole thing, but I am going to show it to you on because I want to show you the back. It's so beautiful, and it doesn't surprise me that when I ended up going onto the page, I was like, oh, of course there's that many sold because it's that cool, and I'm really excited that I have something special. So please bear with me. You guys have been so patient. All right, I'm coming. Don't leave me. Oh, it's so funny. I put on an Ekouaer robe and I didn't even think about putting the Ekouaer robe on this fashion show. I told you, I do like this stuff. Okay, you ready? Okay, so the woman says, no, I don't like silky things. And then I put this on and I thought, ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. So we can change our mind, I guess, right? You just need to have the right silhouette. I'm going to give you the upper version, okay? And then I'm going to give you a side version from the bottom. On the top, I love the black color. I was debating between the black and the red, but there's so many other colors available. I'm going to see if I can do this here for you guys. So this is what the front looks like. And I do have some, see there's adjustable straps in the back so you can change it. But like, just look at that. It's so pretty, right? And for the price, amazing. Amazing, amazing. So what you do is you put it on over top of your body and then you just tie it. It's one tie in the back, and I did it myself just now, of course, as you guys know. So that was really good. I mean, this is an occasion kind of an item, right? And let's see. I love this robe. I have this robe from Ekouaer too. I have the gray one and this one, different lengths. I'm sorry, I forgot to put it up. It's called the kimono robe if you're looking for it. Or you can go to my page. You can go to my page and type in Ekouaer at the top, and then you'll see all of the different things that are from Ekouaer. And I'm going back. Okay, if you go onto this page, you guys, and you look at the product page and the pictures, you will see that the shorts are micro shorts. It's not very hard to notice. I thought that I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to wear it, but I'm quite happy with it. So I'll show you guys what I can. They are lowrider shorts. Okay, so they fit on my hip. They do have an elastic, no pockets. They have a scalloped top to them, which means that it's longer on the groin area and then shorter by the hip area. And I'm going to show you from the side how high it goes up. So it's quite high, almost like a bathing suit, I guess you might say. It's got a little bit of extra finishing around the edge. It has serging, if you know what that is, on the edge of the fabric where they bind the edge of the fabric with extra thread. And that's it. Yeah. My gosh, there's 48 hearts on this thing. Is that from you guys today? Wow. I think that's really all I have to tell you for today. So if you stayed all the way through, I'm so grateful. It's so nice to see that the eyes are here watching. Send me messages next time, guys, so that I know what it is that you want. If you go onto my page and you look at my other lives, I've done cooking shows, I've done things on healthy feet. Some of the other things I wanted to do was things around wellness. I told you I teach yoga and meditation and stress and all of that kind of stress reduction. So that's an option. I also thought that I might go over some skincare items. So like I mentioned, I'm 46. I'm not a makeup influencer or anything like that, but might be nice to show this type of age skin, what my skincare routine is. So let me know if that's a yes or a no, if you'd like that. I don't wear very much makeup, but I do like to try different things for special occasions. So I could also do something like that. Anyways, I do want to say thank you to Ekouaer. And I really love all of their products. If you guys decide to buy them, I hope that you enjoy them. And just keep your eyes open for what's fitted and what is regular fit so you're not disappointed when it arrives. And I hope that this was helpful. And I will see you again soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.